What up? What up, y'all? What's good? Homeboy Jermaine just jamming out. Woo yeah! Should probably wipe my glasses off. They're like mad dirty. You from here? And who wipes their glasses off like this? Another day, another adventure, yo! What up, Seattle? All these Seattle folks up in here. West Coast. West Coast. West Coast is what, 8:30 around here? I'm about to eat some meat and some vegan ice cream right now. You know this? You know this? I just West Coast is the best coast. Left is the best. Twins. Philly in the house. What's up? That's the USA right there. Philly. Woo, 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 woo. What's good, y'all? I just got done making a video, actually. I got done making a video to upload. It's talking about traveling and what I think about traveling. I think you guys will probably like it, especially people that like my travel content. Woo! Twins. Yo, New York, East Coast. Let's get this stream jumping. So what y'all up to tonight? So you want to talk about travel? Okay. All right, so one thing I think is going to happen is you're going to see countries open up soon. Oh, this is my favorite ice cream right now. So delicious, dairy free. This right here is like the closest, I would say the closest to actual dairy ice cream. Like the closest. Like I can't tell the difference. I cannot tell the difference. No, I'm not high because this let me check the temperature. It's 16, so that's like 62 degrees. It's about like 62 degrees right now. No, it's not hot, like not at all. Like a lot of times I'll leave the window open so that way like this whole side of the room will get warm, and then later at night like it feels warmer, you know, because it kind of gets chilly here at night. Some nights I wish I had a heater. Like for real, I'm like, dang, I'm cold up in this joint, you know. So what y'all up to? Tell me a story. Anybody working right now? Anybody doing Instacart? Is Instacart popping? Travel. Travel. Okay, you said caviar is slow in LA. You know, there could be some things that. When are you moving? Oh, I'm not moving. I'm gonna stay in the same place and that stuff. What's with the sunglasses? Isn't it bright though? No, it's actually dark outside, but I got this light right here. I guess I can have my eyes off. Right? I can show you my eyes, huh? It's just kind of cool to have sunglasses on because I'm like in a whole nother like dimension, you know? I'm like in a whole nother world. And then y'all can see reflections in my lenses. Like you can see the light here. You can see the iPad I'm filming on. You can see all the messy stuff on the desk here. There's like some ice cream. There's a lint roller. There's also a candle that's completely burned that I should throw away. There's like a crochet hook. There's a lighter. There's a hard drive. It's a vape pen. I mean, you can see all this stuff in my, like, it's the top to the ice cream. I don't know, you can see all this stuff, like, in my lenses. So I want to show you some things, if you know what I'm saying. Did you work today? I did, but I didn't work that much at all. I hate going to restaurants with people who wear sunglasses at the table. It's rude. Yeah, I guess it is kind of rude, but it really depends on where you're sitting at in the restaurant. Like, if you're sitting by a window, maybe you do want to wear sunglasses. Oregon might soon. I might go up to Oregon soon and stay in an Airbnb. You might. Are you getting tired of California? But California is slowly opening back up. These folks got a booty call going up in my live stream, right? No. I'm just having. No. Maybe no. My bad. Maybe I'm just thinking so. Yeah, I did work today, but I didn't work that much today. I didn't work that much today. I worked like. I was too afraid of having a flat tire. Like, no joke. I was just like, I don't really want to take that delivery. It's too far. I might have a flat. I mean, if you really want to travel right now, you can. What do you think about being required to get a coronavirus test to travel outside the U.S.? I don't think that's going to work because this is just one virus. And with this being one virus, like, I mean, what's going to happen when the next virus comes out? You know, you have to get a vax for that one too. I mean, are we going to have to get viruses for, like, the flu? So I don't know if that's really going to happen. They're providing you with face masks, but does that really keep you from catching the coronavirus? I mean, if the coronavirus is airborne, and if it gets on the mask, like if you breathe it here, and the mask is protecting you here, well, what if the coronavirus is airborne and it gets on you here? I mean, most people don't put face sanitizer on their neck, you know? Like, I'm just thinking, like, what if it gets you somewhere else? And then in New York, they said majority of the people that caught coronavirus were people who were sheltering in place. Now think about that for a second. You at home because the government tell you to stay at home, and then you still get the virus. And then you got essential people working in, like, you know, essential workers. They're not getting it as much. Hey, something ain't making sense here. What is face sanitizer? I know. Oh, I see what you're saying. They have family members that are essential workers. Oh, that makes sense. That's a really messed up situation. Because, yeah, the essential workers, they are getting it, but they're not getting sick. And they're taking it home and passing it to other people. I mean, that would totally make sense why the cases in New York are so bad. Totally makes sense. Yo, so I think I got to the point where, like, I think I'm going to start making, like, YouTube videos all the time. Because I was thinking to myself, like, what was my challenge of making YouTube videos 2 years ago, 3 years ago, 4 years ago? even up until last year, what was one of my big challenges of making YouTube videos? And you know what was one of my big challenges of making YouTube videos? It was freaking internet. That was one challenge, you know. And then I would travel, I would go different places. Sometimes it would be a problem, sometimes it wouldn't. Well, right now, internet is definitely not a problem, yo. Like, it's not. Well, I haven't been making YouTube videos like I used to. I'm just making lives now. And I like live streams, but live streams are not, they're not videos, they're live, you know? So I want to go back to making freaking videos. Yo, since I'm like live streaming with y'all, I'm going to do something because I need to do this. And I can do this with y'all. Let me get this out of the way. But right now, I'm going to go ahead and do this because I do this about once a week. Because I sit down. Y'all know I love sunglasses, right? Like I switch up all the time. But I'll just sit down and clean my sunglasses. So I got a cleaning cloth here. And I also have another cleaning. I haven't even worn these in so long. These are just from Amazon. These are no name brand. I think I took these to, I wore these in Guatemala. Another night. Well, y'all said y'all want another night, right? I filmed a video for y'all tomorrow, though. I haven't wore these at all. These the green joints. Only reason I got these was because they're on sale. And when I got these, I got the other ones at the same time. I got these at the same time. And oh, so it is very hard to find a microscopic thing that cleans the lenses. But you know where I got mine from? I just ordered it off Amazon. I just got this one. Like it was like a set. They both came together, and it was like I think $6 or something. It was pretty cheap. But like sunglasses get dirty. You gain revenue from YouTube Live. You do, but like it's not live. People don't watch live videos. People don't watch live videos over. Like once it's uploaded, once you make a live video, it sort of loses a lot of its power. Now, if you take parts of that video and re-upload it, now you're doing something. But like the algorithm looks at live videos as like live videos, you know. You know, one problem I have with doing live videos in other countries is yo, Jermaine, what you say you be rocking them shades? I love these shades. Is one problem with other countries is internet. You know, like it's all about the SIM card you get and stuff like that. Dude, Blender's got a bunch of new glasses out, but like I don't want any of them. Cause what I'm doing, I really like this style a lot. I just want them to make different colors of this style. Cause right now they only got like just a few colors. I don't like the other colors. But I want them to make like some more brighter colors. Okay, almost done here. No, these are not that expensive. These are like $58. But I always get like $20 off. What do you say, those glasses from Swedish makers? No, these are This style is from this is from San Diego. This is like an American brand. They're called blenders. If you guys want to get a pair of these, I do have a link in the description. You can get $20 off. The thing about it, like, you don't have to use the link if you don't want to. Like, so many people have already used the link that, like, I'm just kind of like, cool. But if you want to get $20 off, like, you can use the link. I didn't think people really liked the glasses that much until I put the link there, and then I see like how many people are buying them. I'm like, wow. I mean, this is like I've sold like so many of these. Like this is one of the like as a product like that I've sold on YouTube. Like this is one of the products I've sold like the most. Like it's kind of insane. You like the Tenderloin? Yeah. What about the $5 glasses at 7-Eleven? Well, that's basically what these are. That's basically what this pair is here. I mean, it would be equivalent. No, not this one. The other one. But the thing about glasses that you get at 7-Eleven, they're usually not polarized. No, not this one. This one. Like, you might find something like this at 7-Eleven. But I don't know about $5. They're usually like at least 10 nowadays. Like, unless you like at a hood store. Maybe if you like off beaten path, you can find some glasses for $5 in the store. What about all the tints in the Tenderloin? I mean, there's a lot of tints in the Tenderloin. I mean, they're there. I mean, there's some like right outside my building, but like, you know, I'm still gonna do my thing. You know, what up, Rob? You come on into the church, say an amen, sit down, be good. I would love to get sponsored by these people actually, because this will be one. Pray and ask for forgiveness. You still talk to Heather Just Create? I haven't talked to her in a minute. I wonder how they're getting through the pandemic. I mean, they're in the middle of the desert, so they're probably not dealing with that many cases because it's hot, right? And they say the heat don't like the virus, so I mean, I'm just thinking maybe it's not as bad where they are. When are the rides gonna start back up? I got no idea when the rides are gonna start back up. I saw them riding last week, but it was like 4 people riding, you know, so like that's different. But the problem with riding is there's nowhere to stop. Like so, like when you go on a ride, there's no like the restaurants are open, but you can't like hang out there and charge. You have to like eat and go. And most people like want to like have a beer and like you know charge their skateboard, charge their phone, you know, because when people are out, they're always you know doing stuff. Maybe they came from San Jose, you know, and they need to charge their board, you know, not their board, but they need to charge whatever. What do you think of Tesla? I think Tesla's freaking amazing. I love Elon Musk. He's my favorite African American CEO ever. Heather still at 15K subs, and she had 2 subs a year ago. Oh, you like the live streams? Well, maybe I should do more of them. So I'm not that big a fan of Elon Musk's tweets. Yeah, it's kind of cool that like he communicates with people, but how did he get himself in trouble, man? And for someone that I like so much, I don't want him to get in trouble. Like, I don't want him to get removed as CEO. Like, I don't want him to. Like, I just want everything to be okay, and I want Elon Musk to just be Instacart CEO African American. Oh, really? Yeah, but you know what? He ain't running Tesla. He running Instacart. And Instacart, they are making the world a better place with, you know, people delivering groceries. But Elon Musk is doing a whole lot more. I mean, I would say he's doing more than like most CEOs, yo. 'Cause he's got a very powerful company he's behind. And if you guys are wondering, Elon Musk is from South Africa. So, I know because I hear a lot of people saying, Elon Musk for president. No, unfortunately, he can't run for president. So what I'll do is just clean these bad boys up, and then, like tomorrow, I'll just grab a pair and go, and the next day, I'll just grab a pair and go, and the next day I'll just grab, you know, I'll just keep grabbing a pair. Because I don't just like cleaning them all the time. Because this is an art to cleaning glasses, you know. Yes, I got some sunnies to wear for the week. Some cleaning glasses for the week. I really need a screwdriver. Elon Musk felt me up one time. Interesting hat. I don't know what that's about. When do you think you will travel again, and where will be the first place? I don't know. Maybe Canada, probably. Yeah, maybe Canada. That's what I'm thinking, because Canada is super close. Possibly Canada. Yo, NBA fan just changed my username. How many times you got asked that question? Oh, about traveling? So many times. I actually made a video talking about it. That's gonna come out tomorrow. I haven't edited it yet, but it's not much editing. I'm trying to get really creative, because since I'm not traveling, I think I want to like do voiceovers and straight up put a vlog on top of the voiceover, like an older vlog on top of the voiceover. So that way, like when you watch the video, you don't see me just sitting here in front of the camera. You see me like in another country, and then I'm talking about something travel related, you know? I'm thinking about doing that, because that'll incorporate more traveling, because that way, like, it'll take people's minds more off what's going on, you know? It'll be more entertaining. Where is everyone going on? Got some. It's getting warm up in this joint now. Y'all like my shirt? Corona extra light. Yes, I have one extra light. You should have a sip and smoke last Saturday on live streams. Maybe I could. In retrospect, you might think you didn't. That's the fact. Yeah, you're right. You like the Corona shirt? I did not make the Corona shirt. This is one I actually bought. But I could make something like this. Corona shirt. Come on, man. I mean, I gotta have a Corona shirt. I got a couple Corona shirts, if you know what I'm saying. Are you that nervous? I got a bunch. This one I used to get in my building. So like to get in my building and to get in the door, like my door, I use this. So I just keep it on all the time. But every now and then when I'm like laying in bed at night, I'll take it off. And I used to take it off and like just leave it by the pillow. Because when I'm tossing and turning at night, now it's not making any noise. But if I'm like in bed, like, it'll like make a lot of noise, So I used to take it off and like put it off to the side. But then once I like walked out and like left the room and like locked the door, so I had to get like someone to let me back in. So now when I go to sleep and if I want to take it off, you guys know what I do with it? I'll take it off and put it around. I'll take it off and put it around my foot. So that way if I like wake up and like run out of the room and forget it, at least it's on my leg, How are your neighbors in the building? Drug addict neighbors? Oh, there's no drug addict neighbors at all. No, not at all. I mean, probably the only drug addict neighbor is me. I don't even know anybody in my building that even smokes weed, yo. Just because I live in the TL, don't mean I live in a drug infested building. I mean, if I live in a drug infested building, you think you think I would be like more like drugged out? You think I'd be more wasted all the time? You think I would be like in that environment? I mean, I don't know. Maybe you don't live in the city. Maybe you don't know. I don't know. Just answering your question. You ever talk to the girl biker YouTuber in New York? I haven't talked to her in a minute. Is there one good thing about the lockdown? What is it? One good thing about the lockdown is now restaurants can serve drinks to go. That's just a random one. Like, not too much truth to that one. No, there is a lot of truth to that one. I'm surprised I'm surprised you're able to write this name here. Elon Musk's daughter's name. How is that gonna work? Like, that's not even English, yo. Like, I can't even pronounce that. I heard it, but I can't pronounce it now. Oh, you think the lockdown has exposed holes in American capitalism? I think the lockdown just did what super rich wanted to, and that's bankrupt small businesses and like make more people poor. That's what I think is done. And then you're gonna have companies like Amazon. They're gonna make even more money off of this, yo. Like they're just gonna make even more money. They're gonna grow even bigger, and you're gonna have more and more small businesses going out of business, more and more small best restaurants going out of business. Like, times are changing, people. It's changing. Like, man. Drinks to go is a terrible idea. Well, I mean, it's kind of like an SF. No one really cares if you're drinking on the street anyway. That could be more Starbucks. You buying toilet paper? I still haven't bought any toilet paper. I'm still using napkins from freaking Chipotle. Amazon, it might be a natural monopoly. It happens. I don't necessarily think they're a monopoly. I mean, they do sell a lot of stuff, but you also got to think that they don't sell everything. They don't sell everything. Like, think about Shopify. Like, there's a lot of independent people that sell on Shopify. There's a lot of independent people that sell on other platforms like, eBay, and they're not the only platform, They do sell they don't sell everything. Like, they don't sell like a lot of car parts that, you know what I mean? Like, well, yeah, I guess they do sell car parts. But some things you don't necessarily want to get for them, because like if you get in your car, right, and it's not raining, you're not using your windshield wipers. Okay, you're not. But then all of a sudden you get in your car and it's raining, and you cut your windshield wipers on, and you can barely see. But then you drive in and you look over and you see AutoZone. What are you gonna do? Are you gonna go order windshield wipers off Amazon and wait for them to be delivered, or are you just gonna stop at the AutoZone? Now check this out. Once you get the windshield wipers, you may not necessarily know how to put them on. You know, yeah, maybe you can go watch a YouTube video, but maybe you got some funny, weird windshield wipers and you can't figure out how to put it on. At least at AutoZone, you can go buy the windshield wipers, and if you don't know how to put it on, chances are there's someone at AutoZone that's gonna come outside and show you how to put them on. You know, and it's not just windshield wipers. That's just one example. It might be something else that you need like right now, like today. Like I need it right now. Like I need it like right now, and there's a store right there, so I'm gonna go get it right now. I need a quart of oil, okay? I'm gonna go get it right now. What do you mean bad example? What, windshield wipers? Okay, let's think of something else. Let's think of something else. Someone spills something in your car and it stinks, okay? And you want to get some sort of car shampoo for it, AutoZone. You know, you need a car vac. Okay, yeah, I guess you can get a car vac from Target or Walmart or other places. But then once again, even if you need a car vac because someone spilled something in your car and you want to get it up right now, if you do go to Target or Walmart, that's still not going to Amazon. You know, so certain things people just need like right now. Other things that Amazon can't really compete with are like really, really, really large things. And what I mean by really, really large things, okay, let's say you want to get something like a tiny house or like a motorcycle or something like that, something big. Usually it might just be easier to go to a retailer because that way they can deal with the shipping and, you know, like furniture. Yes, you can order furniture off Amazon, you know, but it just might be easier to go to IKEA. It just might be easier to go to IKEA. Yeah, but Amazon, I mean, I love Amazon. Like, I'm not hating on them at all, but it's just like certain things people aren't gonna buy offline, and then certain things are what you call instant gratification things. Are things that people buy just because they see them. Okay, and on the internet, internet, there are those things, but there's less of those things. For example, there's so many times I go on the internet and I'll go to a certain website and I'll buy one thing, right? I'll go to a Amazon shop, a Shopify store, which is Blenders. They're a Shopify store. I'll go on there. I'll buy one pair of sunglasses. Okay, I like them. I'll just get one pair. Okay, but then there might be this scenario where, like, let's say that they sold these at Target, right? If I could go to Target and like actually buy these at Target, instead of me just buying one pair of sunglasses, I might go in Target and buy a pair of sunglasses. I might get some Beyond sausages. I might get other things, you know. And then when I get to the checkout counter, they may be able to sell me something that I maybe not even need or even want, you know. And it may not necessarily mean that I will buy it, but there's like a lot of people that do that. Like they're in the checkout line and they see a magazine, right? And they just buy it just because it's right there. Like it's just right there. It's $5, you know, and like it's Kim Kardashian on the front. So they just buy the magazine, right? Bam, that's just extra money, you know? Or like, you know, you're in the checkout line and you see a charger and you thinking, well, I could use a charger, you know, like I could use another one. You really don't, maybe you really don't need a freaking another charger. But you get another one or you just get something, right? With internet shopping like that, impulsive buying will be a thing, but it's not going to be the same like it once was. Like, because I still do impulsive buying on the internet. And what I mean by impulsive buying, this is bad. Like, I'm just scrolling on Facebook and I'll see something, right? And it's something that Facebook knows for sure that I want, right? Knows for sure that I want. Like, I bought like 3 things already this week, like just random things. I saw them for like 10 seconds and just bought it, right? And the cool thing about that is, I don't know where I was going with this. Yeah, okay, so that's another way of impulsive shopping. And it's like through Instagram, it's through Facebook. You're scrolling, you see something, you click on it, you just buy it. Bam, a couple days later, it's here. My sister is telling me today that she put a bunch of things on Amazon wish list. Basically, I took all those useful things. I know. Impulsive buys kills me. Never try Beyond sausages. How good is it? Beyond sausages are freaking amazing. I would love for Beyond to like drop some new products. Now, one product they could drop, I think they could probably come out with very soon, is like Beyond like sandwich meat. This is something that they could come out with very soon because you don't have to cook sandwich meat. You know, and it's very simple to make. Most of the time it's made out of soy. And what I mean by sandwich meat, you guys know how they have like the sliced ham, and the sliced turkey, and the sliced chicken, and the little sliced cheese, and then the section in the grocery store. Well, they actually have a couple of vegan brands out there that have sliced meats, and let me tell you something. The vegan sliced meats are completely indistinguishable. Completely indistinguishable. I cannot tell the difference because that meat already is so freaking processed. You know, the turkey is already mad processed anyway. So now, and I know a lot of people are against processed foods, but it's cold cuts. People eat cold cuts, okay? But then I can see them coming out with a product like that, like just like randomly just dropping a product like that, and that would add to their product line. I could also see them coming out with vegan chicken soon. I don't know what's taking them so long to come out with vegan chicken, but I can see vegan chicken and them just dropping vegan chicken. And what I really want to see them come out with is vegan steak. Vegan steak would be dope. It would be legit. There are vegan cold cuts. Yes, at Whole Foods. Go check out Whole Foods 365. There's lots of vegan cold cuts. Or at least the ones at SF. I mean, there's like vegan cheese. There's some of the vegan cheese. Oh man, I can't tell the difference. Like, I for real cannot tell the difference. I'm not in Cali anymore. Where are you? If there's a Whole Foods, they probably got vegan food. Doesn't Beyond Meat have vegan chicken? So they do have vegan chicken because they had vegan chicken in Atlanta at that KFC. That was Beyond, and they had vegan chicken. But if you go to their website and look for vegan chicken, they're not gonna you're not gonna see vegan chicken on their website. And if you go to the grocery store, then they don't sell Beyond vegan chicken. So that's a product that I think that they'll come out. Yeah, they did a taste test with KFC in Atlanta, and from what I hear, like I heard it went really well. But I haven't heard anything else from Beyond about vegan chicken. You like vegan beef? I don't know. I really haven't had that much vegan beef though. Jermaine talking vegan yard bird, yo. Vegan yard bird. Vegan beef is so good. Oh, the vegan beef. You're talking about Beyond vegan beef. I'm thinking of, when you said vegan beef, I was thinking of steak for some reason. I wasn't thinking of beef. I have Beyond stock, but I don't have much Beyond stock. I don't have much Beyond stock at all. And it has shot up a bit. Shot up a lot, yo. But I can see Beyond being a stock that's like $1,000 a day one day. Like for real. And the reason why is because they can really undercut the market. Like, they can really undercut the market, yo. course, I eat fresh produce. My Wendy's have no burgers. Now, just imagine if Beyond just announced, like, we're selling burgers to Wendy's. So what, man? Wendy's, that's so true. Wendy's running out of burgers right now. What if Wendy's just said, let's just sell Beyond Meat there? But Beyond Meat is more pricier than the beef that they were getting. Beyond is talking to McDonald's. Beyond is talking to McDonald's, but I don't necessarily think that McDonald's is gonna have a beef shortage because I think McDonald's get all their beef from like the same folks. I don't know if they're being affected the same way. The Impossible Burger is really good. I can't wait for Impossible to go public. That's gonna be one I'm gonna really pay a lot of attention to. Right now is a time for Beyond Meat to take advantage of the shortage. They are taking advantage of the shortage. They are like when I go to Target, like there's no Beyond products. Like they're all sold out. And then also at Whole Foods, a lot of the Beyond products are just sold out. Safeway has a lot of Beyond products because Safeway is huge. But yeah, they're selling out like crazy. But I don't know if they are selling out like all over the country, you know, because a lot of people are just thinking, oh, I don't want to eat fake beef. You know what I mean? They are coming out with family packs soon. Oh, really? But you know one problem? I said this in the video last night. Is the prices are too expensive. Like, if you think about it, you go to the grocery store, and if you go to the grocery store and it's $5.99 for 2 patties, right? $5.99 for 2 patties. Now, on regular ground beef for 2 patties, you can get 2 patties for like, what, $2? So it's like 3 times the price of regular ground beef. Now, what would be an advantage to them if they can get that price to the same price as ground beef, right? If they can get it to the same price as ground beef, they can really start to shake the competition. Because right now you got customers looking at it like, okay, why would I want to try that fake meat when I can just get the real deal over here? You know what I'm saying? I don't want to eat that fake meat. I don't want to eat that. That's $6-7. You know what I mean? So then if it gets to the point where like they ain't got no meat, then those people gonna buy it. You know, the price of ground beef is skyrocketing. Oh, it is skyrocketing. Well, see, I don't buy beef, so I didn't know it was actually skyrocketing. The advantages of nomad cow disease. Jermaine talking tofu meat. Oh, there is a girls' season coming up. I want to ask y'all something. Do you guys remember when I was telling you guys a couple years ago about how the U.S. is preparing us for something? Do you remember a couple years ago, y'all, when I was telling y'all how the U.S. is preparing us for something with all these bike lanes, with veganism? Like, it's kind of interesting how a couple years ago, I was very influenced to go vegan because of YouTube. Like, I was influenced to go vegan because of YouTube. I was also influenced to do minimalism because of YouTube. And now look at what's going on. I was also influenced the whole EV thing. That was all through YouTube, you know, Casey Neistat. It was all through YouTube, right? And then now look at what's going on, yo. Now look at what's going on. I was telling people a long time ago, yo, why are they building bike lanes in Memphis? You know why they building bike lanes in Memphis? Because so many people are about to lose their jobs and they're not going back to their jobs. And once they lose their jobs, they're going to lose their cars too if they're paying car payments. So they're not going to have any money. So check this out. They got a bike lane for them. Okay. Look at veganism. They've been slowly pushing veganism big time. They have been pushing it in a way, they haven't been pushing it in the mainstream media like, oh, it's just a positive thing. But it's been out there. Okay, it has been out there. The media has, made fun of vegans. No, vegans are weird. But what they have done is they have put it out there years before it's enforced on you. They put it out there. Okay, they let you know. Like, people know about a vegan, but now people are about to become vegan. You get it? You get how they set you up for what's about to come, right? They set you up for what's about to come, and then they just roll it out on you. And what are people gonna do? They're gonna adapt. America will be the largest vegan country. Watch, in the first world, we are gonna surpass all these European countries. Surpass them. And once we become vegan, guess what? I'm telling you guys, listen to me. Once we become vegan, our people in America will be more healthier. And then that's when that free healthcare come through, yo. See, this is why I'm so confident. This is why I walk outside and I walk outside and I see people freaking out. People are like, oh, my job this, my job this, my job. I'm like, look, everything is gonna be okay. Everything is gonna be okay. When you see what these people in power are doing, when you figure out what they doing, everything gonna be okay, yo. It's gonna be okay. They're gonna pull some strings. They're gonna kill a lot of people. They're gonna steal a lot of rights, you know. But then at the end of the day, it's gonna be all right. It's gonna be all right. It's gonna be a shift. People are gonna be living differently, you know. We're gonna be having driverless cars. We're gonna be having robots. You know, they're gonna be living $2,000 out every month. Soy feels replacing corn. Isn't most of Indian vegan? I said in the first world, Indian. I was talking about like U.S., Europe, Australia. I'll still be on maybe for like 20 more minutes. In the U.S. will not be a republic. People don't wanna hear it. Like people don't wanna hear it, but I'm telling y'all, watch. I'm telling y'all, it's so easy to figure out. Man, it's so easy to figure out what's going on. All you gotta do is just look out. You just gotta cut the TV off, cut the media off. You gotta listen to them too. You gotta listen to them because you gotta think. Just just think about how just a couple years ago, how they were making veganism look so bad. How they were making veganism. What was the biggest thing they were saying? They're like deficient, like they don't get enough nutrients. They don't get enough nutrients. They about to get plenty of nutrients now. Bike lanes are now in small cities and towns. Dude, like they said in Paris. In Paris, they laid down they laid down like a whole bunch of new bike lanes just because people don't want to get on the bus. People don't want to get on the bus, yo. See, the thing is, what you do is you create when you want to change people, when you want to change a culture, you figure out what you want the new culture to be, right? And then you have a pandemic like this happens, right? And then you implement all these new things. And then after the pandemic is over, all these new things are already implemented. So the new things aren't going to change. But then the pandemic is over, 10 years later, but then there's all these new things implemented. You see? You see how that's going? Social distancing could be one of those things that could be permanently implemented. I don't know if this is going to be the case, but if it's permanently implemented, it's going to be very, very different in life. It's going to be very different. You're going to see things, buildings going to be built differently. Planes are going to be very different. Like, it's going to be very different. I don't know if it's going to get that way. I hope not. But it could. They want everyone to stay at home. Well, we're also in the information age where like, we don't need people don't need to be traveling going to work, like traveling 3 hours a day, like an hour going to work and an hour going back. Like, people don't need that, like, because a lot of jobs can be done remotely, you know. I got myself a hella vegan burger patties for this quarantine. Oh yeah, I know. Yeah, Jermaine doesn't have a. Y'all talking about me? It's 2 years minimum of social distancing. 2 years minimum. Do you realize by the time that that's over, like that's not gonna change? Like restaurants are not gonna go back and put tables this close together. You know, I remember going to restaurants and like you would be walking, the tables will be so close. Like I'm wondering, like am I like touching the table? Like when I walk by, and I'm like a little skinny dude. You know, like you think it's gonna go from like tables being so close to tables being 6 feet apart to all of a sudden they bring the tables back close? It doesn't work that way. It doesn't work that way. No, it doesn't work that way. Not until vaccines are ready. But you gotta think, look at the time that it's gonna take for the vaccine. And then when that, just because the vaccine is here doesn't mean that everyone's gonna get it when the vaccine comes out. It still takes time to get the vaccine around the world. No more dining, only privilege. It only makes sense. It only makes sense. Only the privilege, because they'll be able to afford to have all this space around them. Yeah, they just change everything. They want everybody to take the vaccine. You will get the virus. Ooh. What about herd immunity? Herd immunity. That's a good one. Homeboy yawning over here. I feel like stay awake. Like lately, I just been wanting to sleep so much. Most fun things are canceled. It's kind of annoying. Beyond yard vaccine lately in January. I don't think I'll get the vax. Or you don't think so? Who knows when this vaccine's coming? That's something to really think about, yo. How long will the vax take? I don't know, guys. I don't know. I think it's gonna be longer than that. I don't think it's just gonna be January 21. I'll do an upload tomorrow. I'm actually probably gonna end this stream a little earlier because I want to. Go ahead and edit that video so I can. Yeah, I did hear about the meat shortages. I want to go ahead and edit that video so I can upload it tomorrow. Okay, you're like, heck, is that going to reopen? Crazy. Do you think cannabis stock prices are going up? I don't know. Everyone will be vegan soon. Not everyone. I don't think everyone's gonna go vegan. But how much are meat prices? Like how much have meat prices went up? Yeah, it's partially lifted, but that really doesn't mean anything's open that anyone would go to. What the partially lifted means is like construction inside of buildings can resume. Now before it was construction on like the roads, they were still doing that, and they were still like building like structures and stuff like that. But they were not like office buildings and like residential buildings. They were not doing work inside of the buildings. So like they let those people go back to work. They let landscapers go back to work. So I noticed that like, you know, I see like lots of people in the financial district like just doing stuff. You know, I see lots of like delivery trucks and stuff like that parked outside. So those people are like back to work. And then they like some retail has went back to work, but it's only like curbside pickup where like you go online, you order, and then you just pick it up. So you can't like go into the store. So like those businesses, but like I say, like those businesses are like really businesses like that you really don't notice, because I mean it's kind of like really okay. It's just a few people going back to work. I know we're running out of meat, yo. We are running out of meat. What are the meat eaters gonna do? Hmm. So sleepy. I feel bad going to the food bank since I'm not homeless. Don't feel bad. I mean, you gotta think homeless people shouldn't be going to the food bank because if you're homeless, what are you gonna do with frozen food and canned goods and I mean, what are you gonna do with food that you need to cook when you're homeless? So homeless people they need to be going to the soup kitchen, where the food already cooked, so they ain't gotta do no cooking. But like giving them a big bag of food that you gotta cook is like completely pointless. Greetings from Russia. Happy May 9th. Yeah, I guess so. Still feel guilty. I mean, I see like a lot of people in really nice cars on videos going to get food from food bank. Like it was this one place in Texas I was looking at online, and they're like showing the cars in lawn, and it was just like a lot of like Escalades and BMWs and Lexus and stuff like that. And it just lets you know that like people are literally living on the edge. Like people are living like on the edge. Like it was this one chick. She was talking about how she did her and how she make like a couple $100 a day, right? I know some people who used to do hair in Texas, and they used to make bank, bank. And what happens when people make bank? They get used to making the money. They get used to that flow coming in. If they're making 2 grand a week, they get used to making 2 grand a week. So they just get used to it. So like every week they're just like spending money like normal. They're not like stacking money. So you got a nice car. You got a nice house. You always looking good. You always going to fancy restaurants, and all of a sudden you you ain't working no more, and then you're not working for 2 months. Maybe you could get by with like 2 weeks, 1 week, you can still look good, still be stunning, but then after like a month, you just like, look, I'm about to go belly up over here. Like it's crazy. Um, and it just lets you know that like a lot of people live on edge, and I think a lot of people will. They paused our rent till August. What about SF? They did not pause no rent. But like everybody, I know most people are still paying rent. I mean, people that can are still paying rent. People will spend every penny. Yeah, they will. They will. And it's sad because right now, like a lot of those people, you're seeing those people that are fake. Like you're seeing them. Cause like you can't survive right now. And it's not just people that are doing this. It's not just people like people is like it's companies that are doing this too. Like it's big companies that are popping. That is like, look, we've been riding high and it's just too much right now. Like, a month, we through. We through booking. Y'all should have known we was faking it. But yeah, it's like it's a lot of that going on. Yeah, but in Cali, they say you can easily get evicted. Yeah, you can easily get evicted, but like, I mean, some people are not paying rent, of course. So it just depends on your situation, you know. Yeah, I think it's gonna be a bad situation. Like, and it's not that. See, the thing about living paycheck to paycheck, it's not something that people plan for. Okay, it's not something that people don't have this whole idea that like, hey, I want to live paycheck to paycheck. What exactly happens is life happens. Okay, like that's how people live paycheck to paycheck. Like life happens. Like something in life happens where, okay, you were doing good on $1,000 a week. You're able to save, $200-300 a week. But then all of a sudden, like something happened where like, okay, now you need more money, and then you get behind, and then it's just like it's just harder to catch up. So that's one way you can get behind. It could be debt. It could be maybe you're helping out a family member. Maybe it could just be a number of things, but it's a harsh reality that a lot of people are in right now. You see a lot of people living in cars. That's actually one thing I haven't seen in San Francisco, really. I'm pretty sure it's going on, but I haven't noticed it as much. I haven't noticed it as, like, I really haven't seen anybody living in a car. Now, when the city was normal, I saw people sleeping in cars all the time. Like, right before this pandemic was going on, all the time people sleeping in cars, especially Uber drivers. But I believe why I see a lot of Uber drivers sleeping in cars is because like maybe they just drove from far away, and maybe they're just like taking like a little quick nap or something. It's not like they're living in their car. They're just like just getting a little nap. Well, yeah, I really haven't seen that many people lately. Yes, hopefully this will teach people to save money. Like, hopefully this will teach people to save money. Because it's kind of like people already saving money. Because I mean, if you're not like just buying stuff off the internet, like you kind of are forced to save money because you can only spend money at the grocery store. It's kind of insane. You can only spend money at like a few places. So like people are like literally forced to save money. Mm. I was watching this video in Memphis. Like it was so many people lined up outside Foot Locker to buy shoes, and I'm thinking like that's actually really good because Foot Locker gonna be selling a bunch of shoes, and they ain't sold no shoes in a minute. But then at the same time, it's like, are people spending all their money on shoes, and we're not even halfway through this thing? And like, I don't even know. Like, do you have a job? I mean, it's kind of weird. You say people should pay off debt. They should. Yeah, there are millions in the U.S. that live paycheck to paycheck. Very true. I don't know what will happen with unemployment. That's a really good question. Oh, thanks, Jeff. That is I've noticed I've definitely switched up the YouTube account since this whole quarantine thing started. There was somebody screaming like crazy outside. There's some probably just Jermaine says, Seth, how is that nice rad bike you have? It's fun. It's pretty rad. Nice shirt. You like that Corona? Extra light. Unemployment checks are super fat right now, right? Everybody's been talking about that. I haven't got an unemployment check yet. I need to apply for unemployment. That's not my ex. That's somebody else yelling. How many cases are in Cali? I don't know. I haven't really. I kind of stopped following it. It kind of got to the point where, I mean, I do live in the TL, but following the coronavirus death, it got to the point where like I can't even keep up with it no more. A lot more a lot more sales of bikes in the UK. People are afraid of using public transport. I'm telling y'all, it's that green. It's that green wave. It is that green wave. Like, go to Red Power website right now and try to buy a bike and tell me what happened. It's so many freaking bikes sold out. You can still get a Red Power bike, but so many people are buying them right now because it's not just Red Power bikes. People are buying electric bikes like crazy, yo. Like, they are, like, especially in New York. Like, I haven't really noticed it that much in San Francisco because, like I said, like, all the bike shops are closed, so it's not like I go by the bike shop and see a bunch of people there. But I would imagine just in SF, people are just buying them off the internet, you know? I saw on BBC the UK economy is worse than it was 300 years ago. Oh, really? There's a lot of countries on the brink of collapse. Like Brazil. Brazil is having a rocky time right now, yo. They are having a rocky time during this lockdown. Like things are not looking good in Brazil. And I wonder what will China do? Will they just go and like buy off the whole world? Because there's gonna be so many broken countries, yo, from this whole ordeal. Like so many broken countries. Like are they just gonna go around and buy off the world? Because the world, there's so many countries that are so pissed, yo. They're so pissed. Like I wonder what will happen to China. Like will countries be like, look, we don't want to deal with you. Like just don't come to our country. Like what will happen with I know Brazil does have a nutty president, but still though, like the coronavirus still hit. You know, it doesn't matter if nutty president or not. Like, you know, I guess a nutty president is gonna handle the situation differently, but still, you still got people dying. You know, bottom line, you got people dying. So, what are you gonna do about that? When are you going to Asia again? I have no idea when I'm going to Asia again. I have no idea. That's a good question. He said corona. He said soccer players could not get coronavirus. They said a bunch of people can get coronavirus, but that was all proven wrong. I will visit. India is definitely on the list. I just have to wait till things open back up. And right now, there's not that many flights. And then flying's different. Like you can't even get food on flights anymore. You can't drink on flights anymore. So like going to Asia is a long way, and to think that like I can't even get food on the plane, like it's gonna be weird. Flying planes might be safer now. Might be scary now. Yeah, it would be. I hear Pakistan also. Yeah, I know. Thailand, the Tenderloin is like Pakistan. I mean, should I open the window to really get loud up in this joint? Yeah, I might be able to hear some cussing going on. Hey, give me my money back. You can't get food on a plane no more. Well, they just ban food on planes temporarily. At least in the U.S. I don't know about every country. But I imagine like a lot of countries would probably follow suit just because they don't like it'll help stop the spread, you know. And then Frontier is the first airlines that now they're requiring temperature checks. hmm They're requiring temperature checks. So if you get on if you have a flight and you try to get on the flight, they're gonna temperature check you right before you board. And if your temperature is high, they're gonna rebook you on another flight, which is weird because listen to this. Listen to this. This is how stupid this is. If your temperature is higher than 104, they're gonna no 100.4 or whatever. They're gonna rebook you on another flight, right? So maybe you're having symptoms of the COVID like right then at that moment, but then when they rebook you on another flight in 3 days, maybe you're not having symptoms on that day. So when they temperature check you, you're good to go, right? And you're just spreading COVID everywhere. Like it doesn't even make sense to do it. Like I mean, and then who's to say that do also when people fly, people don't fly every day, okay? People don't fly every day, and I'm gonna tell you something that happens when I fly. And I'm someone who flies a lot. A lot of times I get very dehydrated right before I fly. I get very dehydrated, and the reason why this can happen, maybe I'm coming from a place like San Francisco. All right, I'm coming from San Francisco, and it's really cool here. And I fly to a place like New York, and it's really warm. Okay, so I'm in New York, and in San Francisco, I don't drink as much water because I'm not sweating. I'm not outside. I just don't drink as much water. I get to New York, and I'm drinking water like crazy. Okay, I'm drinking water like crazy. But then let's say I'm out and it's hot, and I'm getting ready to go to the airport, and I just don't have water. Okay, and earlier that morning, I was indoors all day, and I just did not have water. This has happened to me plenty of times, right? So it's hot outside, and I didn't even have any water. But by being just a little bit of hot, it's very easy to get dehydrated, right? And you can always tell by if you go to the toilet and your urine is yellow. If you're clear, you're good. You're hydrated. But if you're a color, you're dehydrated, right? So that's how I always know, and I'll notice it, right? But then I'm in such emotion, my mind is going in so many places because I'm traveling, I'm getting on the airplane, I'm going here. Did I forget anything? Did I do this? So I'm not drinking water, okay? And it's been plenty of times where I've showed up to the airport and I'm sweating, I'm hot, I got a headache, and the first thing I'm thinking is, dude, I'm at the airport, I need to drink some water right now. And perfect time to drink some water. If I can, if I'm not running to the gate and running to the gate, and then I get there and then I'm mad hydrated, dehydrated. Only thing I'm about to watch on other movies right now. Temperature checks is for show. Temperature checks is definitely for show. Yeah, it's definitely for show, bro. Aerophobia causes dehydration. Psh, yeah, it definitely does. Aerophobia. When will your state reopen? My state is starting to reopen now. They said it was going to be the end of the month, but parts of California has already opened. Not many parts of San Francisco, though. Next time you'll travel, I don't think you'll catch anything. That's just my cue to get the hell out for a bit. Right? Something like that. All right, boys and girls. Hope you guys have enjoyed service this evening. And I hope to see you guys and more services up ahead. So for tonight, have a good evening. And I want all of y'all to be safe, be strong. We'll stream tomorrow. Yes, yes, yes. A 33-hour live stream. I'm not trying to beat a 33-hour live stream, but I can if you guys want me to. But I'm literally gonna be live streaming myself sleeping. That's how I would beat that record, And I don't think you guys want to live stream this. But anyway, I'm out. Like, comment, subscribe, man. Peace out, yo. Peace out, yo.